Hi, and welcome back. This is Sherry Summers with Everyday Pronunciation, and today our sentence, or rather question, is how can you tell? How can you tell? This is a good sentence. It, of course, means how do you know? How do you know what it is? How can you tell? There's a few things I'd like for you to pay attention to here. First of all, we notice that it is a WH question, which, as you probably know, means we're going to find the word that is most stressed, and then we're going to have a rise in intonation with a fall. So when I say, how can you tell? How can you tell what word gets the most strength? What has the highest pitch? Can you hear it on the word tell? Yeah, that's our word with the most stress. So that means we're going to have a rise right there, and then we're going to let it drop off. Tell, tell. Okay, and because it's a WH question, we start with the word how, and how never gets too stressed or too unstressed unless we really need to do it for some reason. But the words can and you are often very reduced. So let's start at the end here, and let's start with the word tell. So we have te, and then a little schwa between the e and the o. That just happens naturally. It's not in the dictionary, but you really hear it if you notice it. You'll hear te, o. And you put it together quickly and say tell, tell. It helps you, it keeps you from getting to the L too quickly. If you said this really quickly, you'd say tell, tell. That doesn't sound very American, does it? So it's a little more elongated. It's got that extra sound in there. Tell, tell. The U gets reduced to y. Now, you can also say you. And I could say you tell, or you tell, you tell. Now, the thing I really want you to notice about this sentence is the word can. Can is also reduced. So that means we take out the vowel sound, we put a schwa in there instead. We end up with kun. So we have kun, 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 y, kun you, kun you, kun you, can you tell? Can you tell? Okay, tell, that drop right there. Can you tell? And then we have the word how. This has the ah sound, as in cat, followed by a baby ooh sound. So ah, ooh, ah, ooh. Of course, we blend it together well and say how, 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 how can you tell? How can you tell? How can you tell? And you'll notice I write this like this to show you this is medium. This is very small. This is very small. And this is nice and long. So notice the difference. Don't just think about the sounds. That's very important. But think about the length. How strong is something? How long is it? How short is something? So if something is long, it's also going to be strong. If something is short, it's also going to be kind of weak. And that's why you see these schwas in here. So we go ma, 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 ma. How can you tell? How can you tell? How can you tell? Try it with me. How can you tell? How can you tell? Look, that's a zebra over there. How can you tell? Well, it's got black and white stripes. That's a female parrot. Really? How can you tell? He's going to be late for work again. Really? How can you tell? How can you tell? I did use a little bit of you there, didn't I? So either one is fine. How can you? How can you? How can you? How can you? How can you tell? How can you tell? How can you tell? Okay, this ought to be a good sentence for you to try out today. And maybe you can even try it in everyday conversation. Maybe there's something that will come up and you can say, see, I said that. You can say, how can you tell? How can you tell? Good luck with it. Practice it a number of times, and I'm sure you'll be saying it perfectly. Have a good day. See you tomorrow.